I'm a consultant, so I run my own business through Dami, but I've been associated with Krispy Kreme, UK and Ireland's business for 10 years. So I do all their business development channels. Here today talking about their on-demand delivery business, which I started, scaled and grew, and then how I work with businesses is once I've scaled them, they then take that back in-house and they run that with their own teams. So I did that for 5 or 6 years, but I'm still associated with their UK business today. It was started very early with the on-demand delivery. So William Shu, Justin Landsberger, met them in an office. I think the IT guys were eating out of pizza boxes, coding around a table. They were still doing some of the deliveries. You know, on-demand delivery was very new. When I look back at those days, you think it was 20, 25 years ago, but it's kind of like 6, 7 years ago that industry really bloomed. I remember taking it back into the business and saying, you know, I think we should get into this on-demand delivery world. It's definitely a channel that's going to grow. And because the nature of what I do for their business is grow new channels, you know, once I'd done that pitch and sold it into them that this was going to be something that consumers wanted, because, you know, for forever and a day, food service has always been about driving convenience. So we tested on Deliveroo, and it was quite interesting because at the start, it failed for us. We couldn't get enough traction. We only achieved about 1% of sales, and it's really because we didn't have a cost plus pricing structure within the business at that time, and therefore we were asking our teams to have a margin eroding channel. Once we sorted the pricing out and developed that business, it took off. You know, it was like a superpower. Really was doing that, because we then immediately had all the operational teams excited about this new channel that was going to add margin to their business. We launched on Uber Eats. We did this promotion where we gave away 30,000 donuts through a special code across London. Offices shut down apparently, and people were just hovering over their computers to get this code. We broke the Uber Eats app worldwide because there was only one app, so people in New York couldn't get their bagels. The whole system went down for kind of 30 minutes. We got an incredible amount of PR off the back of it. Some of it a little bit, I guess, negative, but at the time it just really launched us and made people aware that Krispy Kreme's was now available and on-demand delivery, and really created that demand. And then we just grew on each channel, so we scaled through all the retail business, which at the time was probably about 100, 110 retail stores. And then after that, we got to a point where we still wanted to get additional reach. Looked at dark kitchens. We tried our own delivery platform as well, but that was very difficult to get traction on because of the marketing dollars that the third parties spend on attracting customers and repeat business. So I had a look at dark kitchens as a way to drive additional population reach, but couldn't make the commercials work. So created a new model within the business called dark shops. So we leveraged somebody else's labor, somebody else's lease, and basically they enable a transaction to happen on these third-party platforms. So enabled us to reach another 5 million people. It was actually during COVID that we scaled. We were probably testing about 4 or 5 stores at the time. Then COVID came along and we shut all our retail stores because, of course, legally you couldn't open to the public, but you could still deliver to somebody's door. And we went from 5 to 45 dark shops in 5 or 6 weeks. So the rapid scale of that business really delivered a great revenue channel to the business, and it remains that dark shop and the retail delivery network still remains it's kind of like a 60-40 split, but it's a very significant part of delivery business today.
And do you see those 60-40?
Yeah. I think you know, obviously spend for a lot of people is, you know, people are looking to tighten their belts. You know, the lucky thing about working for Krispy Kreme is that we are a premium indulgent treat and one that customers love. So, you know, for me in running that channel, and we have very high customer satisfaction scores. And I think the good thing is, and for any business out there, I think if you can keep your customer satisfaction scores high, you will retain business, because people are just going to be even more selective about where they spend their money. So it might drop off a little, but it's not going to drop off a cliff, because I think people still want to be able to treat themselves, even when times are tough. So, an indulgent little treat now and again, is something that people are still going to do to kind of make themselves feel good. So it's not a big ticket item. You're not going out and buying a TV or maybe a new car or a new sofa. And I'm a big believer that if you're going to go out and spend some money, then you might as well spend some money on something that's worth it. So if you can keep your worth it scores there, then I think that will stand you in good stead, I think, for the tough times. I think just generally we have a business that has 8 range changes a year, so we're able to bring new news to the channel, to the delivery channel, as well as the retail channel on a regular basis. So Halloween donuts are out now. When Halloween donuts are finished, then we go into the Christmas range. Early next year it'll be a Valentine's range. So something new to talk about for consumers is always good. When you're working on on-demand delivery apps, visibility in those apps, in-app visibility really does drive sales. So I was just talking earlier in the keynote speech about the importance of high customer satisfaction scores. And if your customers are happy with the products and the price and the service, then they will be loyal and keep coming back to you and repeat purchase. And then if you have something new to talk about and something new to try, then that's that is something that then gives your consumers another reason to purchase. And that's something that's kind of stood us in pretty good stead, I think.